This is a PS5 Slim long-term review, an honest opinion. This is my honest opinion about this console overall, long-term, if you should buy it or not. So the PlayStation 5 Slim came out late last year and I unboxed it, had a really good experience unboxing it. It was different unboxing experience. So the reason why is because they changed the full box around with everything, made it more eco-friendly as well. And I did add some extras onto this PS5 Slim. I've got the Sterling Silver collection here, which I'm pretty big fan of. Like, I like the DualSense controller as well as the faceplates. So with the PS5 Slim, they did have really strange sort of faceplates because it was a mix of two different finishes. You have the glossy finish and then the matte finish on top, you know? So I actually like the plates because it's a hole-in-one sort of finish. Other things that I have really liked about the PS5 Slim are such as just having like a smaller console in general, because if we look at the original PS5, like, it's pretty big, pretty beefy, pretty heavy. It's also, its internal fan is pretty loud. This one has improved circulation as well as just a smaller feature in terms of that. They did include that line in the middle, which is for stands. So you get these include stands for the side and the bottom as well for the PS5 Slim. In terms of other things that I've really liked about the PS5 Slim, other things, just the general lighting of the console is pretty good. I like that it's a bit more versatile with what you can do. You can take out the disk drive if you really want to, but you have to install the disk drive if you actually wanted to play the console, which was very strange, but I understand because obviously it's detachable, so you have to install that disk drive, but it just takes more time. The playing experience is the exact same. You get 8K support, up to 8K support. People say that the PS5 doesn't actually play 8K, but it has that support just in case you have like an 8K TV, okay? Got 4K, 120 FPS, of course, and we get the amazing library. Pretty much the exact same experience as an original PS5. So is it worth buying a PS5 Slim? Well, I would say it is, because if you don't have a PS5, then get yourself the PS5 Slim. They come on now for some pretty good discounts actually, so you can get yourself a good PS5 for a really decent discount at the moment. And there's also other reasons why you want a PS5 Slim, is just because it's a bit more smaller, a bit more economical for your gaming. So that's another reason why. Reasons why you shouldn't want to get a PS5 Slim. If you've already got a PS5, don't get yourself a PS5 Slim for the sake of it. Another reason why is the inputs. So they did change some of the connections. So at the front, they just have two Type-C connections. At the back, they do have some proper USB connections. I don't know, I prefer having a proper USB connection at the front, but I understand because we're going towards Type-C inputs instead of Type-A inputs. I totally get it, but I would prefer to still have multiple Type-A inputs so I can use all the previous cables that I have in my collection. I just prefer it that way. And you got some older accessories that use the old USB input as well that won't be connectable if you've already using like those two inputs at the back already. So, you know, that is to me a disadvantage for it, but everyone's different. Everyone's gonna have a different sort of experience with those inputs. But for me, like, I just think it's a disadvantage for me in terms of just having the disk drive that's detachable. It doesn't really bother me, but I just found it was strange that we have to like install it and stuff like that. But that's not ruining the experience overall with the PlayStation 5. These are only micro things. Overall, you're gonna have an amazing time with the PlayStation 5. You got games like Spider-Man 2 on here. You got games like God of War on here. You got the cross-compatible games. You got an awesome library with the PlayStation Plus subscription. It is a bit more expensive though. So I don't recommend maybe getting the digital version, because the digital version, right, is gonna have more expenses in the long run if you want to add the disk drive and you don't own the games with the digital editions. So there's reasons why you shouldn't go for the digital editions, I believe, personally. Everyone's going to have a different experience. Some people love the digital versions of games, which is totally fine. I just enjoy reselling. That is why I always go for the disc edition, and plus pre-owned games are a little bit cheaper. So there's another good point there as well. Mate, I would say get yourself the PlayStation 5 Slim. If you do not have a PlayStation 5, if you do have a PlayStation 5, maybe getting the PlayStation 5 Slim isn't the best thing to do. If you need one in like 2 different rooms, then yeah, maybe, but like you could just grab the PlayStation 5 and then put it in the other room. If you need an extra one, just in case you have like a brother or a sister that really wants one too, then yeah, I mean like the old PlayStation 5 pre-owned is probably good to go with because they're gonna be like $500, so it's gonna be a lot cheaper in Australia, $500 in Australia. It's gonna be a lot cheaper to get that PlayStation 5 console, the full like fat edition of the PlayStation 5 Slim. It's gonna be a lot better to get that sort of console pre-owned that's in great working condition than getting maybe a brand new PlayStation 5 Slim. It depends. So also, if it doesn't bother you about the connections, then overall you're gonna have the same experience as getting a normal PlayStation 5. I'm just going on a rant about all the micro details. Like, it really doesn't affect your gameplay. Like, if you're gonna play, you know, it's the same output, same gaming experience. It's everything the same, just some different stuff. You can customize it with some faceplates. Some accessories might not be as compatible because it's a brand new version, but at the end of the day, like, it's the same gaming experience, same price though. I don't know if they should have made it less or cheaper. So yeah, that's my overall experience with the PlayStation 5 Slim. If you should buy it or not, maybe get yourself one. If you don't have one already, of course get one. Like, you with the latest and greatest version of the gaming console, and you know, PlayStation's got awesome exclusives. It's definitely worth buying if you don't have one already. 100% get yourself one, or ask one for like Christmas or something, or maybe for your birthday. Anyway, have yourselves a beautiful day. I'll see you guys next time.